Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Dirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Namah Suryaya Chandraya Mangalaya Budhaya Cha Guru Shukra Shani Vescha Rahu Ketuve Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Inhale deeply with Va. Exhale deeply with C. The first pranayama 7 times. Sushishmanari. Follow me through. Mm. Kriya Baba. Kriya Baba. Kriya Baba. Om Shri Guru Padikaya Namaha. 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 The deep transcendental Kriya consciousness, that is the first pranayama. Inhale deeply with Va, exhale deeply with Sushumna Nadi, if you know. Follow me through 7 times. The deep transcendental Kriya consciousness, so the second pranayama. Inhale deeply with war and exhale deeply, see halfway through. Follow me. The deep transcendental Kriya consciousness, that is the third pranayama. Inhale deeply with war, single breath, and exhale deeply with war, see single breath. Third pranayama with the deep transcendental Kriya consciousness. Inhale deeply with war, and exhale deeply, single breath, see through Sushumnadi. Follow me through 7 times. All the efforts of many scientists, rishis, and jnanis, gurus, siddhas, is going away from the humanity. Let's pray completely. Complete removal of this from this society to Bhagavad Babaji, to Mahaprabhu Babaji, to Lord Vishnu, and then Mantri Maharshi. Let's pray 7 times.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvabhaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantriyaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinasanaya Trailogyanathaya Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo. The problem of external infection through virus. COVID-19 is going a little. Unfortunately, because of the past karmas and the bad influence of bad consciousness all around the world, the war is coming up in some parts of the world. Let's pray Lord Bhairava to stop this kind of thing happening again. We'll pray Lord Bhairava through Mata Babaji 7 times. Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prashodayad.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prashodayad.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prashodayad.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prashodayad.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Sulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prashodayad.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Shulahastaya Dhimahi Tano Kala Bhairavaya Prashodayad.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Swarnadvijaya Vidmahe Shulahastaya Dhimahi तन्नो कालभैरवाय प्रचोदयात्.
Om Kriya Bhavani Namo.
With Sathsang, we are working on Sivasutras, translated to Tamil by Kannada Subramaniam. It's a Bratram. We are trying to translate that in English from this translation. And we have been looking at quite a few verses, sutras. So let's do some little intro from the last class and then we'll continue.
The last class was on May 1st. We were continuing with the sutras that Kala Bhairava was giving Kala Bhairavi, and they were also known as the Tantric Sutras or Shiva Sutras. And we were going over all the sutras, and we were on starting from sutra number 39. These are techniques that Lord Shiva is giving to Parvati based on her 7 questions that were asked by Parvati, and Lord Shiva took the form of Kala Bhairava, and Goddess Parvati took the form of Kala Bhairavi to receive these sutras. So sutra number 39 talked about the Om mantra, which is the Mula mantra, and this is the holy sound and also the universal sound. Now, you take the Bija mantra and enunciate it very, very softly. Get dissolved in the mantra and eventually in the universe. Keep on reciting that mantra, and then one can experience the completion feeling, and the universe becomes a part of it, and eventually you become the part of it. Sutra number 40 talks about the music notes, Saregamapadanisa, and Lord Bhairava asks us to take any sound of this musical note and reduce the volume of that sound and dissolve along with that mantra. This is also similar to the first level meditation. And then once you dissolve in that mantra, awareness will be felt or awakening will occur. Tutorial number 41 talks about a string instrument like the veena, tambura, etc. The sound of the string. Get to the bottommost note and go along with that note and dissolve into that note, follow it through, and eventually it will dissolve, and one will dissolve with that, and this is where Lord Bhairava is present, and thus awakening will occur. Tutorial number 42 asks us to take any sound, say it loud, and then reduce the sound little by little, and then even in complete silence, the sound should reverberate, and then the mind will also reach that spot. And this is also where Lord Bhairava resides. Sutra number 43 talks about with the open mouth, close the eyes, put the mind in the center of the tongue, hear the sound of breath, and stay in that sound and focus on that. Thus, Vasi will be under control and bringing the breath under control, thereby controlling one's mind. Sutta number 44 talks about Om being the primordial sound, which is broken down into A, U, and In. A talking about the generator or the creator. U talks about an operator or the protector. And In talks about the destroyer. In that sound, A and In goes and dissolves in U and stay there. The breath will become U and it will also stay with your mind and focus on that. During that time, observe the energy that flows. Sutta number 45 talks about ak, which is the three dots in Tamil. Lots of mantras. You can take any mantra that ends in ah, which is namaha. Stay in that ah, and then you have your Mula Kundalini Mantra rises, which is Amani the Amani the Imha Hum Ni Hum. This is the Mula Kundalini Mantra that rises all the way up to the Arya. There will be heat energy that it rises, and this needs to be done very properly. After that, focus on the and say it quietly. It has to come naturally. Do not push it. And during that time, feel the electric vibration or the pranic energy. Sutra number 46 talks about closing one's ears and press the upper end of the throat slightly so that the vibrations can be felt, and do the Ashwini Mudra and then in the Muladhara, feel the first sound and dissolve in that sound. There will be a ringing sound which you can get dissolved in. Sutra number 47 asks us to take our own name and use it as a mantra and forget that it is your name or the meaning of that name, and then just dissolve into that and think of it as a sound. There will be a freedom through the jnana, which is complete freedom. Sutra number 48 to 51 then talks about the intimate love relationship between the spouse and the between the spouses, and then how it explains to transform that into the love for the universe.
Okay, so that's where we stopped last class. Um, it's amazing that each and every moment of the life, whatever we are looking at, enjoying, as well as seeing, even breathing, whatever we do in every moment of life, it's possible to see the Almighty, Shiva, and His presence. An amazing gift. I think it's given to the humans only, with the awareness, with the knowledge, with the type of tools He has given to us. We talked about the tattvas earlier, and tattvas belong to humans. And those tattvas really help us with the available tools of those tattvas. It is possible to realize the Almighty, Shiva Himself. That's what we are going through one by one. Sutra number 52, Tantra 52. உண்ணும் உணவை, குடிக்கும் பானங்களை, சுவைக்கும் தின்பண்டங்களை இயந்திரமாய் உண்ணாதே. கண்களை மூடி உமிழ்நீரில் அந்த பண்டத்தை பூரணமாய் குழைத்து அந்த சுவையாகவே மாறிவிடு. நஞ்சையும் அமுதாக்கும் சக்தி சுவையுடன் தன்மையும் அதில்தான் உள்ளது. நாட்டிற்கு தகுந்த சுவையை எதிர்பார்க்காதே. கலைக்கு ஏற்ப உன் நாக்கை லயப்படுத்தி, அது சுவைக்கு ஏற்ப உன் நாக்கை லயப்படுத்தி அந்த சுவையாகவே மாறி கரைந்து விடு. It's very interesting. If even talks about how we can see the Almighty, feel the Almighty, even when you are eating, even when you are taking your food, even when you are drinking some drinks, even when you are taking some solid food. It says, Lord Bhairava says, don't take them like a machine, right? People just grab something so that they won't be hungry and then just leave, right? So don't do that. Don't do it like a machine. கண்களை மூடி, close your eyes. உமிழ்நீரில் அந்த பண்டத்தை பூர்ணமாய் குழைத்து Your saliva completely immerse that food into your saliva. And the சுவையாகவே மாறிவிடு. Bhairava says, just turn into the taste itself. Whatever the taste you get from that food, just change completely in the taste itself. சுவையாகவே மாறிவிடு. நஞ்சையும் அமுதாக்கும் சக்தி சுவையுடன் தன்மையும் தான் உள்ளது. Even the poison can become ambrosia with this technique. So just be with the taste, completely dissolve yourself in the taste. உன் நாக்கிற்கு தகுந்த சுவையை எதிர்பார்க்காதே. Don't expect the taste to be good for your tongue. So avoid that taste for your tongue. சுவைக்கேற்ப உன் நாக்கை லயப்படுத்தி. So enjoy that taste, whatever you're getting from that food. Okay. So turn the tongue towards that taste. Then ultimately, the சுவையாகவே மாறி கரைந்து விடும். Just dissolve in the taste itself. You to drink and taste. He's giving his technique. How one can completely transcend to the Almighty Allah Shiva. Amazing technique. So whatever you take as food or drink, immerse it or completely mix it with your saliva, taste it and dissolve into the taste itself and enjoy the taste. But don't go for the taste of your tongue alone, but whatever you take for healthy food, whatever you take, be transformed into the taste. Mix it with the saliva. Don't take the food like a machine. Okay, I think this is a simple technique. Any question on that? Move on to the next tantra, 53. தாமரை கண்களால் என்னை தழுவும் தேவி, மலரின் திண்டலை போன்றது உன் தேகம், தேனாய் குழைந்து செவியில் அமுதமாய் நிறைவது உன் சொல்லின் ரீங்காரம். இதுபோல ஒவ்வொருவரும் தன் கண்களை, தன் தேகத்தை, நன்மையை, தன் குரலை, தான் சுவைக்கும் சுவையை, மொத்தத்தில் தன் இருப்பை தானே ரசித்து பழகினால் வாழ்வு பூரணமாகும், முடிவற்ற வாழ்வாகவும் மாறும். வாழ்வு முடிவற்றதானால் அதற்கு உதவும் தேகம் உட்பட சகலமும் முடிவற்றதாகும். அந்த technique. So Lord Bhairava is telling to Bhairavi, Aman, Shakti, that her eyes are like lotus flower. Eyes are like lotus flower. And her body is like flower, the softness of the flower. Teenai Kurindu, and her words, Bhairavi's words, are like ambrosia coming into the ear. So that is how the Lord Shiva looks at Bhairavi, Lord Bhairava looks at Bhairavi. So same way, everybody, including humans, one has to look at their eyes like the lotus flower. One has to look at the softness of their body. One has to look at their voice. Look at their words. One has to look at whatever they're tasting, like in the Farmer Sutra, Farmer Tantra. So you have to realize your own presence there. Enjoy your sight, enjoy your words, enjoy your soft body. Just realize your presence there. If you do that, your life will be complete. முடிவற்ற வாழ்வாக மாறும். There's no end to the life. Life will keep on continuing. வாழ்வு முடிவற்றதுனால், if the life becomes unlimited, அதற்கு உதவும் தேகம், the health, the physical body with that helps for this life, also முடிவற்றதாகும். That also becomes endless. I think that is where the immortality comes in. You keep on doing it, your life becomes immortal. And the body that helps for the life, that also becomes immortal. Very deep mantra, Tantra verse 53. Essentially, what he's saying is that we should appreciate, you should look at the eyes like lotus flower. Look at your words like a music. Enjoy that as like a music. Look at your body, the softness of the flowers. So you have to look at your presence. You have to look at your innate presence, transcendental presence in each and everything, each and every part of your body, as well as action also. Then the completeness will be understood, life completeness. And the body, physical body that helps for the life, complete life, it's also become immortal. Always there. Question on this sutra. Sutra number 54. எந்த செயலை செய்தாலும் அதில் நிறைவு திருப்தி என்ற ஒரு மையம் தோன்றுவதை கவனி. கடும் தாகம் தண்ணீர் குடித்தவுடன் திருப்தியில் முட்டும். கடும் பசி உணவை சுவைத்தவுடன் திருப்தியில் முட்டும். பொங்கும் காமம் பூரணமான கலவையில் நிறைவில் போய் முட்டும். எந்த ஒரு செயலிலும் திருப்தி என்ற மையத்தை கண்டுபிடித்து அந்த திருப்தி உணர்வுக்குள் ஆழ்ந்து சென்று ஏகாந்தமாக. If you do any actions, எந்த ஒரு செயலை செய்தாலும், any action, there is a completion there. Purana. There's a completion there. Any action you do, right? Any action you do, there is a completion. Tirubdi, satisfaction. There is a center called satisfaction. That comes out, right? Anything you do, tirubdi, completion, satisfaction. For example, kadum taham. You have a real thirst. When you're thirsty, somebody giving you some water. And once you finish drinking, you have a satisfaction. That feeling. When you are really hungry, seriously hungry, and then you enjoy the food, there's a satisfaction. Look at the satisfaction. Same way, anything you do, even for enjoying, even the family relationship, whatever you have, that end up in complete satisfaction. So anything you do, find out the satisfaction point, find out the completion feeling, and then in that feeling, go deep. Focus on the feeling. Focus on that. Deep, deep, and become egandam, become complete. So you practice the feeling of completeness. Practice the feeling of satisfaction all the time with this technique. So eventually, when Bhairava says, anything you do, like you're tasting something after your severe thirst or severe hunger, or anything you do, then at the end, you have a satisfactory feeling. Focus on that feeling, get deep into that, you will feel. I think normally many of you have done it, but we haven't done that attention there. We enjoy the feeling definitely. And many people, I think, become workaholic because of that. Workaholic. They enjoy the feeling of satisfaction, but they don't know where to. Any action can be felt that way also. That's the technique of completion, satisfaction, and getting deep into that particular feeling can also see Lord Shiva Almighty.
How does this feeling of satisfaction, how to stop this feeling of satisfaction and differentiate it from overindulgence? Because once you get that feeling, then you want it more, and then you have an overindulgence of that same action, whatever you're getting completed. How do you stop that?
Overindulgence goes thinking that there is more, they can
Right.
get more kind of pleasure in this. It doesn't happen that. the end result is only suffering beyond a point. You have to stop as soon as you are satisfied. You should not go beyond that. You should tell your mind. The satisfactory feeling you have to enjoy. If you go beyond the satisfaction, keep on doing it, it is going to hurt you. It is going to give you stomachache. It is going to give you unsatisfied feeling. It is going to give you a vomitary feeling. That's not what you're talking about. When you're hungry, you eat some food, you're satisfied. But you're not going to keep on eating. When you're thirsty, you're taking the water. And that at that point, when you finish that hunger, finish that thirsty feeling, there is a satisfaction. It's a completion. That is the feeling you're talking about. Remember, these are all techniques we are doing, not for. But these are the feelings where you can focus on that and then go beyond. Because life itself is complete. We don't know. That's why Siddhas and Rishi says, Purnamada Purnam. Everything is complete. Good or bad. Everything is going according to the plan. It's complete. So we never realize that. We always think there's something else jumping. So when we practice this, when you transcend, when you go deep into this practice, you'll understand your mind will settle there, completion all the time. That is the realization, self-realization. Because selflessness is complete. Everything is Maya, and then everything. So that will permanently come there to you. That's the technique. So the answer to your question is, watch what your mind is telling you. Is it going beyond the satisfaction? Is wanting to go beyond? Because your satisfaction and completion will not go by the taste, will not go by another extra thirst, extra taste. No, it won't come. It will end up in problem only beyond certain thing. Because it is a physical feeling, because there is a need for the body, so you drink it. When the need is taken care, then you should stop there, because that need is taken care with the feeling, completion. But beyond that, it's only your mind you pushing it towards that. It is you are going with your mind. You're not controlling that mind. You're going along with the mind to thinking that there is more pressure, more satisfaction. No, that's not true. So that's not how the nature is built up. There's a need, you're taking it. You're going to stop right there and enjoy it. And maybe you can wait for the next feeling of hunger, next feeling of thirsty, and then right there do it. This is a technique for realizing Him, in God, not for going with the taste. Remember, that is why in the former sutra, don't go with the taste of your tongue. Enjoy whatever you get, whatever you have. Take some healthy food with a less salt, less spice. That's okay. But that food, take the taste, enjoy it, complete. So that's what it means. The same thing here also. Don't go with your extra pleasure and all those mind activities, but do necessary thing what need to be done. Basic needs. Complete that, then enjoy that feeling and go to the feeling and stay there. Purnam. Realize the Purnam in each and every action is giving it to you. Realize the completion each and every action giving it to you, and get deep into that. Technique to get the realization is also there, also in the completion. So soul feels completeness in that part, in that realizing Him in each and every act.
This sutra takes into account the degree of satisfaction also, because it might vary between a person in the desert who's looking for water and who's parched versus a person just walking in the sun where water is readily available. So the degree of satisfaction between the two of thirst would be different.
Yeah, definitely.
So
don't indulge too much.
How do you stop that overindulgence during that time when you are, because for different people it's different degrees of satisfaction, different levels, I should say.
Overindulgence of anything is going to give pain.
Right. But how do you know that you have tipped the level of satisfaction? That's that fine point
You're
which
not
one
putting
has to
your.
realize, which is where it's very difficult.
I know it's difficult,
Mm-hmm.
but you're indulging in that satisfaction to realize yourself, not to go behind the enjoyment. Mm-hmm. You're using this as a technique. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, that satisfactory feeling you get out of the need.
Mhm.
The body needs something, and you give it to that body. But the satisfactory feeling, you're using that satisfactory feeling as a technique, as a tool to realize yourself. You're not going behind the stage. That doesn't mean you can keep on going until you get. No. The need, the desire, fulfilling of desire. Remember in our lesson on the moralization desires,
Mhm.
you moralize the desires.
Okay.
The need, whatever is needed, you have to complete. You want to do, you have to, is established in life, yes, you have to study, you have to go through the suffering a little bit. You have to do as a duty. And when you're hungry, then you have to give a little food to the body so that it will maintain your life. So when you are thirsty, yes, the metabolic pathway should go. So you have to drink. Just because the chocolate is so sweet, you keep on doing it, then you're hurting your body.
Mhm.
So that satisfaction will become a problematic feeling to you ultimately. So no, when the need is complete, the basic necessities are fulfilled. That kind of satisfaction is the one you're talking about. Not the satisfaction you're getting out of fulfilling your mind desire. No, I'm not talking about that. That's different.
So you have two types of satisfaction. Basically, satisfaction because of need and satisfaction because of desire.
Right.
So we have to look for the satisfaction based on need and enjoy that feeling or stay in that feeling rather than pursuing the satisfaction of desire.
That desire, yeah. Because that is going to, the mind is
That is
tricking you.
over-indulgence.
Samaya.
Mhm.
The mind is tricking you to do the bad things. That is Kali's action, Kali Yuga's action. Kali is playing with your mind, the Maya. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
Genuinely, that is why we always we should feed the hungry. We should feed give the thirsty. Why? Because when they get the completion feelings, then they are realizing, helping them. That feeling is also transmitted towards you. Whatever the need is there, just give it to them. Doesn't mean that you make it a millionaire. Just giving the food. No, no. That's what he wants, but he can't give it. The basic needs he gave it to them. Right? So we are talking about this is a technique, right? All these are techniques.
Yeah.
So the technique by which you catch that satisfaction, catch that completion. I think you remember one of the jokes of what is his name? Tenali Raman.
Mhm.
When Tenali Raman asks, what is the most complete happiness and satisfaction in life? He will tell, because the king is always making fun of him and they're not thinking that he's very smart. So he was telling that whenever you go for pee and whenever you go for, and then she was trying to kill him because the Sevi said. Stanadaman said, okay, can I prove it? Can you allow me to prove it? And he put the Raja into jail, ask him to go inside, and ask him to be there for a day
Without.
without a chance to. Then he'll let him go there after
And
the
that's
complete
the
pressure
satisfaction.
satisfaction he gets.
Yeah.
That is a complete pressure. That is a real satisfaction.
That is true. Mm-hmm.
So that is the kind of satisfaction he's talking about. Okay.
Got it.
So that is a Tanal Raman always gives a truth and a wisdom in a different way. And I remember that story. So that is the satisfaction we're talking about. So when you're going in real sunlight, walking and going, you're thirsty and sweaty and
Somebody gives
everything,
you a glass of
give
water.
a glass of water. See how satisfied you feel, completion. That will take that feeling. That's what Bhairava says. I'm there in that feeling. Okay, I'm there in that satisfaction because your soul, your Atman, completion is there, satisfaction is there. So when Jivatma realizes the Paramatma in transcendence, completion is there, happiness is there. That's why we're trying to transcend and touch it. These are all different ways, techniques. That's what our soul is looking for. So that's a deep meaning to this sutra. So look at that satisfactory feeling your soul is getting when small things happen to your needs. So focus on it, transcend and focus. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
You will become part of it. Okay, that's an amazing sutras technique. So anything in the world, anything we do, it can be used to transcend, to realize it. That is why I think that is why they say Lord is everywhere.
Correct.
So,
Now we get to
Lord is everywhere. So it's the proof. All right. So let's move on to Sutra 50. Anything else?
No, just
How are we doing that time? 5 minutes. Let's do one more sutra then we'll finish it. Sutra number 55. உள் மூச்சுக்கும் வெளி மூச்சுக்கும் இடையே ஒரு மையப்புள்ளி இருப்பது போல். I think we talked about earlier between inhalation and exhalation, center point. Just like that, உறக்கத்திற்கும் விழிப்பிற்கும் இடையே ஒரு நுட்பமான நடுநிலை மையம் ஒன்று உண்டு. அந்த அணுவளவு மையத்தை அனுபவித்தாலும் பூரண ஞான மலர்ச்சி பெற முடியும். படுக்கையில் படுத்து உறக்கத்திற்காக காத்திருக்கும் வினாடிகளை மிக நுட்பமாக கவனித்தபடி இரு. விழிப்பிலிருந்து உறக்கத்திற்கு மாறும் அந்த கனப்பொழுதில் உறக்கமுமற்ற விழிப்புமற்ற சுய தரிசனத்தை காணலாம். I think this is what we get when we transcend completely. We neither sleep nor aware. We are in between. So when people look at you, sometimes they tell you, oh, you're half asleep after deep meditation. You're in between. That is a Kriya stage. Kriya stage looks like that, right? So this tantra, this technique says, just like there is a gap between your inhalation point and exhalation point, there is a gap. There is a minute gap between your sleep and your awareness. உறக்க நிலை, விழிப்பு நிலை. Sleeping consciousness and waking consciousness. So when you go to sleep and lie in the bed, from the waking consciousness, slowly you are transcending to sleeping consciousness. So in between these two consciousness, there is a point where you are transcend to sleeping consciousness. So catch that moment. Catch it. If you really watch carefully, you can catch that moment where you are in between sleep and in between awareness. Catch the point. கவனித்தபடி இரு. So that time between your sleep and between your awareness, you can catch that. You will realize your complete self, it says. So that is what you are. That's what you are. You will realize there is nothing kaanalam. So remember, we're talking about self-realization, right? Who we are. That is what we are. So we are, I think the technique here is, importance is given. The Maya is completely gone because senses are completely stopping at that time before you go to sleep. When somebody goes to sleep, that's what happening. Your senses stop functioning. Only your mind is functioning, and mind also slowly settles down. When mind is all settling down, then your mind, the awareness of the mind is gone, and you forget yourself. You forget yourself. Then you don't know where you are in the deep sleep. So if you catch that point when the senses are gone, mind is gone, that's what you are. The mindless stage, senseless stage. That is what you are really. All these mind and senses are given by imprints, karmas, maya, everything is that. So in that, catch that point, and that's you will realize yourself who you are, a complete satisfactory self. So again, in brief, in this sutra, Bhairava says that just like your inhalation point and exhalation point, in between, there's a center point where he asked us to focus before. In between sleep and awareness, right? In between the day awareness and the sleep, there's a middle point. If you are carefully, if you watch carefully and realize that point, then you will realize who you are also. You without senses, without thoughts. Okay, just catch it. That's what you are. Suddenly you can get the self-awareness. That's another technique. So when you are aware of yourself, Jivatma, then you are aware of Paramatma also. Then we are the same spirit. So that we know theoretically, but you will realize the experience also at that point. I think that's what this technique is telling. Myself, I have tried this technique and it's very. And eventually, if you have a technique of being aware of your sleep also, and it comes naturally to you. Questions on that? Okay, all right. I'm going to stop right there. Tantra number 55. With that, let's do not today. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Navasima. Mavayana Sisiya Namah Vashimayana Om Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya Namah Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya Namah Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya Namah Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya Namah Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya Namah Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiya Namah Vashimayana Om